So there you have it, a mic'd-up star turn by one Tim Jennings. And joining us now is the man who was great with the mic last week as well, Texas linebacker Brian Cushing. Now, before we hear from the handsome young man, folks, let's go back a couple weeks when he was mic'd up and look at what he did, which could be called cerebral.
There's a flag down. Brian Cushing has his helmet off. He's bleeding a lot.
I'm just keep my helmet on for the rest of the game. I look like a psycho.
I mean, priceless comments from one Brian. As you look at him now, Phil, looks like he's had some Hollywood work done to that face. That was all over Twitter. So, Brian, obvious question. What in the world were you thinking?
I don't think I really was at the time. Now looking back at it, I regret the decision. But, I'm glad I was able to get the guys fired up. I'm just having fun out there.
Well, who did the work on your face? Because, I mean, you can barely tell anything was done.
Our team doctor. He did a great job stitching it up a couple times. This is, I think, my third time opening it up this year. So, hopefully with the bye week coming up and keeping my helmet on, I'll be able to close it up for the rest of the year.
I'm sure, Brian, you've already been inundated with questions. Everybody you run into, Matt Schaub out, the injury. Mm-hmm. And they're asking you, what about Matt Leinart? How does that make you feel as a teammate that he's going to come in now and be your quarterback?
It's tough losing Matt. There's no question about it. He's a great leader, a great football player in this team. But I think if anyone was to come in and step up into the role, I'm very happy with Matt Leinart coming in. Being a former teammate, now back again with him in Houston. I'm excited. I'm thrilled about the things he can bring. He's a confident guy. He's a good quarterback, and I think he's going to resurrect really his career this year.
You guys, it's an unbelievable turnaround on defense. 32nd, now you're ranked first in the NFL. And just talk about yourself. What did Wade Phillips do to you to really make you a different type of player?
Well, in the offseason, he came in, and from day one, he told me I was going to be a middle linebacker. And growing up in college, high school, I've always been an outside linebacker, so I was kind of unsure and unclear about that. But he told me to put trust in him, and I obviously did. With his background and his resume, the years he's coached and the success he's had, I completely believed in him. He showed me what he was going to do. He said I was going to bring a lot of pressure and really be the leader of the defense, and that's a role that he's put me in, and I just accepted.
Brian, you're having a terrific year. It's fun to watch you, middle linebacker. But I got to ask you this. You were suspended for performance-enhancing drugs, and you were suspended for 4 games. And really, it seems like no matter what you do and how you play, there's always going to be that perception there. And I asked you, how do you feel about that people still bring it up and talk about that?
It's unfortunate, but I understand the circumstances. I understand why people do talk about it. I just feel the more I play, the more successful I get, and the longer of years of career I have, I feel that eventually will diminish.
And you talk about diminishing. I don't know whether you take this as a compliment or whether or not it irritates you. James Harrison, of course, of the Pittsburgh Steelers, in a magazine over the summer, said, man, looking at you play, man, this guy is definitely juiced up out of there. Is that a compliment because of the way you play, or does it irk you?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I'm glad he's thinking about me over the summer during a lockout as a player of his caliber. He's got me on his mind for some reason. I don't know why, whether he's watching my game film or not. But, at the same time, I think he's judging me as a person who doesn't know me. So it's a little bit of both.
Well, Brian, I don't know if you know this, JB. He grew up right around the corner from where I am. Went to a Catholic high school in the area called Bergen Catholic. And, you probably don't remember this, Brian. I remember one cold, really windy night in December in New Jersey, Giant Stadium. I'm in the stands. I'm watching you play. And, my poor little defenseless 14-year-old son, you just steamrolled him. I mean, I was like, man, that Cushing. But do you remember that play?
I do. I think it was December 7th, 2004. Yeah, it was a special night for me and the Bergen Catholic team. We will not forget that night.
Yeah, that's right. I think you had like a 60, 70-yard touchdown run that night, too.
Yeah, 80. It was right after the kickoff. So I remember everything from that game. I don't forget that one.
Brian, outstanding young man. We wish you nothing but continued success. Hey, look, a former colleague of mine, Howie Long, once said, anytime you're going to get into some serious action on the field, though, the helmet needs to stay on and you buckle the chin strap. No more removing it, right?
No, he's 100% right about that.
I think you got the lesson as well, too. Hey, Brian, thank you so much for your time and continued success. And no more running over Phil's sons off the field either.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, Brian Cushing of the Houston Texans. All right.